How does this pitch normally play?
This looks a good wicket. It's going to be a bit on the slower side. A lot of cracks on it, so we'll probably bat first.
And you've gone for a fair amount of pace in this side after having success with spin in the test. What's the reasoning?
Yeah, that's how we've won in the last 6 months, you know, with 3 fast bowlers. We've got guys who will bowl the spinners. We've got Harbhajan and Virendra Sehwag who are good spinners, and we've got Sachin to back up, so we've got enough in the spinning department.
Difficult to come down off the high of winning that test match to a one-day game?
Yeah, that's past now. The series is over. We've got looked forward to 5 one-days, and I think it'll be a good series.
All right, good luck then.
Thanks.
Steve, looks good pitch?
Yeah, it looks an excellent pitch, mate. Nice and hard. There should be plenty of runs there.
Yeah. And you were saying the test players will be a bit drained. I guess you're looking for something from the new players.
Yeah, a bit of both. I think with the test players can lift themselves. But yeah, we've got some enthusiasm with the guys coming across, and you know, we're ready for this series. You know, we are a bit tired, but there'll be no excuses.
Bit hard to pick yourself up after that disappointing loss?
Well, it certainly was the first couple of days. We had a pretty relaxing day yesterday, and we feel good about it today. There's a good crowd and a good atmosphere, so we'll be right.
Tremendous atmosphere. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well, there we are. The crowd are really roaring as Sourav Ganguly has won the toss. India will be batting first.
So it's McGrath, first ball of the one-day series to Sourav Ganguly. Not yet. Nice anticlimactic moment by McGrath, and a nice smile from Ganguly as well. Just must have missed his run-up, and that just puts everybody back a little bit on their seats.
The tremendous bowler, Glenn McGrath, even in the one-day matches. A lot of experience, 131 matches for him, and look at those wickets, 194, just 6 away from another landmark for him, and a good economy rate of 3.97. The best of 5 for 14 versus West Indies, and that was in May 1999, and Australia won the game. Here it is again.
Way down leg side, so the opening scorers are wide to India. McGrath electing again to go around the wicket. Gilchrist, speculation that he won't open the batting, and for the first time Australia may, for a long time, break up that opening batting partnership of Gilchrist and Mark Waugh. Matthew Hayden probably to open, and Gilchrist to go down to number 6, which would give him some respite after keeping 50 overs in the hot conditions here in Bangalore. 2 slips in a gully. And again down leg side. Nice pace, but no ball called. So Glenn McGrath yet to bowl a legitimate ball. Unusual field for a one-day start, particularly with him bowling around the wicket. Has only 2 men on the leg side. That is at wideish mid-wicket. And down at fine leg as well. So, and given that he's bowling around the wicket, ball drifting into the pads, he's got to be absolutely spot on, Glenn McGrath. That's one of his great strengths, of course. So lots of room on the leg side for the Indian batsman. Warne and Waugh at slip.
Very clear from the field placement that nothing's going to be pitched up to Sourav Ganguly. He will be kept just short of a length, and they'll try to get him the way they did in the test series, round the wicket, and they'll get him to play on the offside with that open face of his, and those 2 slips are positioned just for that catch. A very strong offside field, square of the pitch, 3 men on the offside inside the circle, and 1 catching of those 3.
Glenn McGrath. What a bowler he has been for Australia. What a wonderfully accurate bowler. Need to be today. Pitch looks very good. First use went to the Indians. Full house. And a buzz surrounds this ground. First of 5 one-day games between these 2 sides. Right on line in the middle of the bat. Interesting point about Ganguly's open-faced offside play. 2 slips in place. 2 slips in place there. And then we have the man in the gully. Then just a little bit further back, behind point and just in front of point for the sliced drive. So very good field, but it means that McGrath has to be off stump and nice and full which will bring Ganguly forward, trying to drive on the up. So those men there, plus the man at mid-off. Online.
He's not had a good test series, Sourav Ganguly, but that won't upset him too much, because it was the same case in Australia when he failed in the test series but came back strongly in the one-day championship to score 200s in Australia. He's a good one-day player, scores in boundaries earlier on, and the Australians are aware of that, so putting pressure early on Ganguly, they could just run away with the game if he settles in.
Ganguly, the highest run scorer in limited overs cricket in each of the last 2 calendar years. Appreciating that India play more games than the other sides, but he gets out there against the new ball and has made a mountain of runs in each of the last 2 years. 9 centuries in his last 36 innings. Ganguly won every 4. Excellent record. And he just needs some time in the middle today, and he can catch up any maiden overs with some boundaries. Right on line. End of a long over. 2 runs, they're both extras without loss.
See that nice brown pitch there. Nice and flat, a bit cracked up to start with, but nothing of worry really. It's a good batting wicket.
And you can't bowl short of Tendulkar. He'll just sway back and whack you through the onside. He didn't even time it properly, and it didn't matter. And the crackers are going off already.
14 for no wicket.
And again, no straight chance to run at the bowl. Batsman's end. Bevan throws and misses. Michael Bevan's got about 1 throw per day in him with his shoulder, and he may well have used it up. And Ganguly came a long way down, and Tendulkar did not even think about moving. And then he had to put his roller skates on to get back.
I don't know what he was thinking, but he was really very keen to get to the other end. You can see Tendulkar very much in the crease, not interested. Michael Bevan was not really balanced well enough to get rid of the ball quickly. Have a look, that slipped a bit as well, but in the end managed to get pretty close to the stumps.
Like that, and just like that. So Ganguly has just stood there, and Mark Ward's just said it like that. Thank you very much. Just like picking a ripe peach off the tree.
4 catches on the last day of the test match, the 3rd test, Mark Waugh, and he picks up the 5th one. Poor batting by Ganguly. Fleming will get some confidence going. I don't think he was bowling particularly too well to Ganguly, but this is what he needed, a break. Ganguly gone for 6, 16 for 1, the Indian score.
And in the air, just over mid-on's head. Laxman trying to take the form from the test matches into the one day without getting it, the pace and the bounce of the pitch. And he's got away with it. So a good over for Australia. A wicket, that of Ganguly. And look at that! Have a look at that! That is the ball that some batsmen would have gone forward to, and Tendulkar has hit it into the stadium, full house, and that ball has gone a long way with no real effort.
Sourav Ganguly gone, picked up by Fleming, playing through the line, scooping the ball in the end to Mark Waugh. And then VVS Lakshman came in and nearly got himself out, playing a short arm pull. And it was a good thing he just cleared mid-on, but really, that last shot.
And through the offside field, that'll go to the fence as well. This is a pitch with true bounce and not a lot of sideways movement, and Tendulkar is on fire.
What a shot this is. That's what the crowd has come in for, short of length delivery. I think it was slightly premeditated, anything in that length, and I'm going to get that pull shot going, and then on the up, bit of width on that occasion to get his arm free. Once he gets that ball around the middle of the bat, it's always going to be 4. Short extra cover plays now with Tendulkar on the offside. It's moved on to 17.
And just a swing. A little risky delivery from McGrath, wide outside. And maybe just a little bit extra pace And Tendulkar was a fraction late on the shot. Got there, just a fraction late.
A lot of us anticipated something like this, a contest between McGrath and Tendulkar, where Tendulkar would be giving a little less respect to the Australian strike bowler than he did in the test matches. We're just seeing a beginning of that contest.
Half volley, 4 runs. Well, that is the hardest hit cover drive for the last 3 weeks. And it was one of those half volleys that you wanted to jump out of the comedy box and face yourself.
Here is the world's best batsman. That's what the banner says, and quite true. He's got Glenn McGrath to adjust his length, pitched it right up, and you couldn't get a more bludgeoning cover drive. Everything right about it. There were also some awesome power behind it. Look at that. Hit with disdain.
Tendulkar's got a couple of balls to get himself through to see this over out. In the air, and a man's at leg gully, but you can't have a man up and bowl leg stump. One of the great risks of one-day cricket when you bring your fine leg up, and if you stray down leg side, there is just easy pickings.
Never mind the break, says Tendulkar. And Glenn McGrath really struggling with the line here. Fine leg up, that is something you don't do to an Indian batsman.
Wide and all well fielded. That is a lovely cut shot. It was short outside off stump. Tendulkar played a blistering cut shot at it, and Steve Ward dived full length to his left to stop it.
Certainly say 4 runs there. Tendulkar is timing the ball extremely well. Steve Ward is up to the mark.
You don't often get away with those when Tendulkar's batting. Down the ground and 4 runs. Uppishly played. Mid-on is wide. Tendulkar, I think he was probably trying to hit that straight down the ground. Didn't quite get it straight. However, it's another 4. They're getting their money's worth.
Was the slow ball on that occasion, and Tendulkar was quick to latch onto that. Good throw of the bat. Everything shot straight down the ground.
Full toss, whipped away. That's 4. Cannot bowl full tosses. Certainly not on leg stump. To Sachin Tendulkar. Well, he's having problems with that front line. There's no doubt about that. And that means you're going to have to re-bowl that ball way over the line. Got to get that back foot of his further back. He's coming down in front of the back line.
Looking for the Yorker, doesn't get it right.
Better bowling. Yes, it's not easy to settle down, is it? That's going to be one of the problems. The groundsman here described this pitch as a batting beauty. Well, that it is, I can tell you. It is a magnificent looking pitch. Sachin will be standing there looking down at it and licking his lips, thinking, right, just get it up in my slot somewhere and I'll dispatch it for you. Another full toss in the air. Oh, he was late. Who was that? Shane Warne, very late going up. That was flicked away just wide of him. It was certainly in the air and in his vicinity.
Once again, the opportunity was there. Tendulkar was trying to get the elevation right. Manages to just get past Shane Warne. Reacts a little too late, Shane Warne.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's much better. Testing third man. Nice to field it down there, Devon. Oh, and Tendulkar's going to be run out. He's given it away. He's run out. Tendulkar is run out. Bevan gets the ball back. Well, that's an absolute tragedy. The ball came back straight away. Tendulkar probably thought there was 2 there because he set off and he was very late to respond. Let's see what happens here. This is Bevan, who's very, very fast, and what a good bit of fielding that was, and he got it back very quickly. Look at Tendulkar, halfway down the pitch before he looks up. That is ridiculous. Well, he was shaking his head. Don't know what the calls were, but he should have looked up before then.
Oh, magnificent pick up there by Michael Bevan. There was an uneven bounce there.
Oh, and that would have been close as well. They needed a direct hit there. Beware of Australia in the field. We said it at the start of the show. These Australians can turn a one-day match purely by virtue of their ability to hit the stumps directly. We've already seen one run out that could have swung this game in the favour of Australia. This is the last one. Had that hit the ball, hit the stumps direct, it would have been, well, it would have been out, wouldn't it? Just. In the air and just wide of first slip 4. Well, he was certainly trying to glide it away to third man. I don't think he intended it to go that fine.
VVS Lakshman shouldn't get carried away, shouldn't try and make up for Sachin Tendulkar's loss. Needs to play a long innings. The best way to do is get close to the ball. He's a much better player square of the wicket. Lucky in picking up 4.
Into the gap, and that'll be 4. This is a fast outfield. That's lovely timing. That's more like the VVS Lakshman we know. Lovely shot to the onside on the up.
Magnificent shot. This rocked back, smashed it through the open area, trying to square on the onside. Lakshman does hit the ball real hard.
On the up, fielded. Again, beautiful timing through the offside there, but that time Ponting managed to get a hand on it. Lovely cover drive, and oh yes, it beats the field. You don't have to smash them too hard, do you? It's all about placement, and that was beautifully caressed through the offside. Lovely shot. Lakshman really is now beginning to time it. I think he's settling down.
Certainly is blossoming into an excellent batsman, VVS Lakshman. That was a graceful shot. Whistle was good, and he needs to carry on. This partnership is going to be very important if India are to get to 260, 270.
Damien Martin just struggling there to get to that one. Oh, it's a full toss. It's hit straight down the ground. It's very, very high. It won't quite make it to the boundary for 6, that is, but it bounces away over the fence for 4. Well, he certainly got underneath that one. It was well pitched up, way over the top of the fieldsman. One of those slower balls which he obviously picked.
The important thing, he went through with the shot. Wasn't 2 minds whether to go through with it or not, but did the important thing by going through with the shot.
Over the top, and that'll go for 4. Well, it's hard to believe, but that's now his highest score in one-day internationals. Previously it was 23. VVS Lakshman has arrived.
This is not really the pitch to be a bowler. That one's got away from Fleming.
Yes, talking about the pitch, Ian, this is like a national highway, this pitch. Rock hard, very little movement of the surface. Batsman can hit through the line, and the outfield is pretty quick too. The Australians will be disappointed with that because they set high standards in the field.
Fleming goes back now to long on. And he goes over long off. Very well hit. Up into the crowd.
Now that shot just shows you the confidence he is in at the moment. It's superb footwork that makes this shot possible. Inside out, once again hitting through the line in the direction of the turn. There's no turn though. Lovely follow through, nice till head when he played it. Adam Gilchrist there just checking VVS Lakshman's bat. Probably checking what weight he uses, and he has to use a light bat because he's a wristy player.
Now Dravid's getting in on the act.
So boundary there to end the over. Another good one for India, 15 coming off it.
Oh, magnificent shot. Well, that's an indication of how true this pitch is.
Well, this is simply magnificent. A little bit of width offered. The placement is so good here. You mentioned about how he uses his wrists. Tremendous bat speed at impact there.
4 more. I tell you what, I bet Steve Waugh's glad he's got those injuries and can't bowl on days like today.
Well, he's in sensational form. What a shot to bring up the 100. Slightly over-pitched. And VVS Lakshman has smashed his 7th boundary. Slightly over-pitched, he's bludgeoned that down the ground.
There's a long off in position, he's getting under it and taken it. Damien Martin at long off. So the change of pace there from Ian Harvey has brought about Laxman's dismissal.
Shane Warne to Badani. Oh, he's got him, he's caught him at slip. That's well done, nicely taken. Good bowling by Shane Warne. He's captured the wicket. It was well taken, good thinking to the end of Badani. That's in the air as well, over the top of mid-off. He was trying to hit it over mid-on. 1 bounce for 4. Well, Sehwag's not going to waste any time. Is this the way he normally plays?
Well, he has this reputation of hitting big shots against spinners. Has a good range also at that. So mid-on, mid-off up, he didn't need a second invitation. Sehwag. So the Indians continue to play shots against the Australian bowling.
Yes, apologies there. That one just played away on the onside for a single. The shot just flicked around on the onside for 1. Back live now, and that one played away on the offside. I think this is a really good little stint now for Australia. Mark Waugh has bowled, well, he's into his 4th over and only conceded 12 runs. Warne has conceded 32. Oh, that's well played. That's a bit loose, a bit short, and this outfield is very fast. It'll go for 4. Well, this Sehwag looks as if he's a bit of a danger. He obviously can hit them nice and hard.
Exactly the word. He could be a danger man, because this is a very good shot that is played. It's not exactly the orthodox, the late cut. It was played much squarer. There was a lot of wrist work, and that opening of the face got a great timing behind that one. His 2nd boundary, Sehwag, and it's a good player of spin, they tell me. And here's some evidence of that. It's a very good shot.
Yes, notice how he opens the face here. Fantastically played. Oh, and he's got that one away too. He's opened the face up as well there. There's no slip, so it's a no-risk shot, really. Well, very minimal risk. I think he meant to get it away in that direction. Let's see if we can pick it up on the replay. Just watch the face of the bat.
Very intentional, maybe not that fine. He was definitely looking to use the pace of the bowler. Definitely. You can see here, trying to play it square of point. In fact, keeps doing it. Sehwag looking for 2, could be close. Made it quite comfortably. Not a great throw as well. 143 for 4.
Yeah, so use the bat handle to good effect. It hurts when you tickle the rib cage, but that's a lovely shot from Sehwag. Pure timing has got him a boundary.
I think there needs to be a couple of changes to the one-day game. Really, at this stage of the game, it does favour batsmen with the laws, and I would like to see a couple of changes, and one is that it should always be 5 men inside the circle. That would make the batsman hit to an area that's unprotected. At the moment, most spots on the boundary can be protected because you have 5 men outside the circle.
Top edge. But it sails into the crowd. McGrath can't believe it.
What a shot, and in American football parlance, what hang time. The ball was in the air for a long time, and it really has brought the crowd alive. The partnership now 54 from just 56 balls, and McGrath continues to shake his head. They'll fall out soon, but it just hit the top of the bat and just stayed in the air. High ball, and it floated to 6.
Nicely played off his legs on this occasion. Another couple of runs. Both these batsmen going along nicely. Strikes rotating.
The batsman's head goes way up. You don't see that very often. That just gives you an indication as to how high the ball went.
Tendulkar got a start, missed out. Lakshman got a start, missed out. 50 for Dravid. It's been a fluent innings from him.
And an excellent piece of running to bring up his half-century, knowing that Michael Bevan has that bad shoulder, so quite happy to take him on. Dravid acknowledging his home crowd. But he needs to go on. He needs to bat another 18 overs and get himself 120.
Yes, I do feel number 4, number 5 is the ideal position for him in this Indian batting lineup. He's got experience. He's the vice captain of the side. He can control the ship from here on. Very consistent player for India, both forms of the game. 700s in the one-day format. And the timing is good from Sehwag this time. He came in at a time when India were in a spot of bother, but he's shown that he has a good temperament here, Sehwag. Kept his cool, just stayed with Rahul Dravid. Excellent test record, 54.59. He's taken the aerial route and just beats long off. McGrath was the fielder.
Bit of eye play between the bowler and a runner as well. Damien Martin learning his head wobble off Glenn McGrath. Glenn McGrath just really couldn't get any momentum in his legs. It just seemed like he was running on the spot for a little while. And to be fair, the ball was sliced away from him. Just there, he just couldn't take the next step.
He's failed. Will give Sehwag the single. This is Glenn McGrath just out of reach of him. It was the slower delivery from Martin. And I thought Sehwag adjusted well there. He picked it up late, but still found the placement. Good stop. Certain boundary save. Ian Harvey, the fielder. Fine leg was up in the circle.
Brilliant work. Dangerous ploy, as we've said, having the fine leg up for a part-time medium pacer. And flicked around, and Harvey did brilliantly. Nicknamed the Freak. Not sure whether that means he was born in a circus or not.
to open up here, Sehwag. Useful off spinner too. He'll bowl 5 or 6 overs for the Indians here. Wide signal by the umpire. That's a good call. So easy to be distracted when the batsmen start running.
Very lucky that they weren't 4 of them either. All it needed was just a little bit of bat on it, and it would have been 4 going past the outside. And bad bowling, Damien Martin.
That's hammered back. Second boundary of the over. That's raced to the fence like a tracer bullet. It also brings up the 200. It's 4 in the ring now for Harvey. And he's clobbered that down the ground again. He's a hard hitter of the ball, Sehwag. That's the second time in 2 overs he's found the boundary down the ground.
Well, if you're going to bowl a full toss and not acknowledge the mistake and apologise, I'm going to smash you past mid-on next ball with a cross-bat shot. That's exactly what he did.
Well, this could be entertaining stuff now. This man wants to break free. Sehwag on 49. That's well played. It's a good innings. 210 for 4.
Beautifully timed by Sehwag. Shane Warne can't get there.
Sehwag does hit the cricket ball very hard, uses a lot of bottom hand. Mark Watt takes some pace of the ball there, but still it was hard enough for Shane Warne not to cut it out in the deep.
Gone, and that's what Australia needed. Damien Fleming going right through the, well, you wouldn't call it defence because Sehwag was attacking, but that ends a very good century partnership.
Losing another wicket at the wrong time. Magnificent piece of bowling by Fleming. Was a bit of in swing there. And Virendra Sehwag was certainly disappointed, but he's played well. He's dismissed for 58. It's 222 for 5.
Definitely pushing the ball through at the moment, and that helps Dravid with his late cut.
Brilliant shot by Rahul Dravid. Because Shane Warne's loss of concentration gave him the opportunity. Pushed far too quicker through the air. The width was available. And Rahul Dravid picks up a lot of runs in that area. Oh!
Well, he's convinced the umpire they're not wides out there.
Give a surprised look, Shane Warne. It was a similar delivery that was given wide the first ball of this over.
Nicely into the gap. Once again, a long chase for Fleming. Warne, long chase, can't get there.
Vijay Daya getting into the thick of things. good sign from India's point of view. He stayed positive. There was a bit of width. He's gone after that. No protection for Damien Fleming. Fine on the wicket of the offside. The third man was far too square. And this outfield is lightning fast.
Well, we saw that marvellous quarter-final match at this ground between India and Pakistan in the '96 World Cup. And there were a lot of runs scored in the last 10 overs there. So I think you're probably going to need in excess of 300 to win here.
Damien Fleming certainly showing his feelings to Vijay Daya.
Just a little flick of the wrist. And it's one bounce over the rope.
This is the aggression from the bowler's point of view. And now for the batsman on his part. Shows his aggression. Magnificent shot. Good use of the wrist, generated a fair amount of power. One bounce into the fence.
Oh, and he's missed it. That'll go down to the boundary for 4. Into the fence. So off the inside edge. I think he got a glove on it. It deflected away for 4.
Yes, these are all useful runs from India's point of view. And have just kissed the inside edge. Gilchrist late to come down on it.
Good bowling, actually. That's an off-cutter. He really did pull down on the one side, trying to get it to jag back. It did a little bit, just hit the inside edge, and well, it's got to go down as a chance. Tough one, mind you. It would have been a great catch. 4 more to the total.
No.
Straight back to the bowler. No ball called. Another one to the total. This is so frustrating for Fleming. 9.4 overs, 2 for 58. He's gone for 6 and over as well. Now Ponting seems to be suggesting that that wasn't a no ball. Why else would he come in? Can we perhaps pick it up and see what Ponting was on about? Oh, Ponting's wrong. So I don't know what that argument is about. Oh, well played. He's beaten the man at 45. That's beautifully played. A lovely little flick to leg by Dyer. Perfect placement. Very, very valuable ball.
This is good, sensible cricket by Vijay Daya. He's got a good cricketing brain, good temperament. Takes a look at the field, fine legs up in the circle, and he's just used the bowler's pace.
Oh, and the big appeal there for LBW. I think he probably got outside the line. Either that or it turned a little bit too much.
Yes, he's eyeing that big gap between mid-wicket and deep backward square leg. The man on the boundary at square leg is pretty fine.
That's short, it's in the air, and he's running away for 4 as well. Glenn McGrath doesn't dive. Mark Waugh can't believe it. The good work he does in the field. He wanted to dive out of McGrath there. His hands are up on his hips, as if to say, what's going on down there?
Yes, one got the feeling he was a little too fine, and Dravid picked the spot up here nicely. This ball racing away with a bit of top spin on it. And McGrath can only be a spectator as that ball easily passes the boundary line.
Runs are coming thick and fast. They're picking the gaps nicely for 1s. They're also hitting the bad ball nice and firmly for 4s. So this is good batting. India piling it on here. Dravid, it's led by Dravid, who's on 75. Dyer here supporting him well on 25. Over the top on the offside. One bounce down to the sweeper. Fleming, the fieldsman down there. Back for 2. Very innovative cricket.
Yes, Vijay Daya has done an excellent job here. Sehwag was dismissed, but the moment he came in, he kept the scoreboard moving along. He can improvise at this late stage of the innings. And he's the man who might just go after Mark Waugh here.
Straight down the ground, beautiful shot, all the way for 6. Oh, yes, yes, straight as a die, straight up the middle stump down the far end. Don't worry about calling for it. Yes, it's a 6.
This is good thinking batting. He's picking his spots nicely here. Big gap between long off and long on, and he smashed it straight down the ground. Good beaty blow there from Dahya.
Short this time, away on the onside, just a single this time. And that one beats everything. There's some quite innovative shots being attempted now, and why not?
Yes, he's looking at his field closely here. The field's set for him. He'll be eyeing the spot over extra cover, over mid-wicket. Cheeky little player, Vijay Dayat. Dangerous.
Hit
that one straight down the ground. Get one unless Dravid can come back. No, he says. Leave it to me. Yes, exactly what you want. Isn't it, in a wicketkeeper? Someone who can bat a bit, score runs fast.
And he's a good team player. Doesn't look for personal records. He's always playing in the interest of the team. It's a good hit for 6, which he hit a little while earlier off Waugh.
Dravid trying to get that one away on the offside. Shane Warne will cut it off. He fumbles down there. He comes back for 2. That's good running too. Very good running by Dravid. He's been out there a while. He's soaking wet. It's a hot day here in Bangalore.
Yes, he's played the sheet anchor's role to perfection, Rahul Dravid. He'll want to be here at the end.
Back live, he's flicked that away, he's fallen down. Driver trying to get out of the block hole quickly there, slipped from the pitch, fell. Back for 2 though. This crowd are loving it. I don't know what he wants, and I can't believe he wants another bat. He's using that one superbly.
एक छूट गया था ना
Oh, he's hit that one in the air. This will be out. He's got in. That's well caught. Well, that's the end of Dravid. One too many in the air. That time straight to the fieldsman. I think he was probably targeting the gap at mid-wicket. Didn't quite get it right. But that's the end of a very good performance by Dravid.
Yes, the Australians will be delighted with this wicket. It could make the difference between a score of 310 and 330. Dravid was the man well set. And he was looking to chip it away a little wider. Wider of the man at long on. Unfortunately for him, straight down the throat. Harvey makes no mistake. And a fine innings from Dravid comes to an end. He's out for 80, 283 for 6.
Ajit Agarkar is the new batsman. And, well, he's not got the greatest track record against the Australians, certainly not recently. He'll be hoping to try and eke out some runs here. What he wants to do is just take a few singles.
Oh!
Because at the moment, Dyer is going really well. 36 of 27, and he's on strike.
It's because this is what happened a little while earlier. That's why Agarkar is there. Australia have broken an important partnership. Because Dravid and Dyer was scoring very quickly.
Well, Tyson, that's 4. Very well played. Loose delivery again from Mark Waugh that time. All he had to do was get it away really fine, and he did.
I think he's played it very well here, Vijay Daya. So easy to be surprised by a delivery of that sort. But he sliced it away nicely. Just opening the face of the blade, getting it past the man at short third.
His timing's immaculate. He wants 2 here. His partner says no. That's a good throw too, right at the stumps. Ponting coming in. This is the dismissal again. Down the ground she went, and well, it wasn't cleanly taken by Harvey. He managed to trap it against his body at the end of the day, but he was disappointed. I think he'd like to have been there right through to the end.
सरावर पाठवलं म्हटलं तो सगळ्यांना कोणी आलं की जा वर जा जा वर जा वर जा.
Glenn McGrath looking to stick to the basics here, bowling full and straight.
लोकांना बेकार वाटतं.
Very little else you can do like this, especially when the batsman's going to be throwing inside at virtually everything. Variation in pace important. 129 is first ball. Otherwise, he's consistently around the 135 kilometers per hour mark.
फ्रंट फुट म्हणजे करायचं काय भेटतो का नंगा नाचायचा काय तिथं करायचं काय
तो काहीच नाही करत तो नुसतं झोपून राहतोय दिवस रात्र
काढून टाकणार
एवढ्या एपिसोड्स मध्ये दिसला का तो कुठं आता आहे ना तो
काढून टाकणार
For a single, will they think about two? No, just one.
त्याला ठेवतात म्हणतात
So Hayden will be going in at number 1. He'll be batting with Mark Waugh at the top of the order. That's the batting order we've been given. Ponting's there, but apparently they're going to use, well, they're going to change it around a bit. It's going to be a bit of a floating batting order depending on the situation. Lots of left-hander, right-handers there. They might want to keep those combinations going.
It's Ian Harvey there, number 7. He can come up the batting order at any stage. Number 8, in fact. He can come up the order to try and push the scoring along. But I think that's a good number for Ricky Ponting, especially on a pitch like this. He's not been in the best of form. But this is a kind of track that will suit him.
Straight to the sweeper and just a single.
Michael Bevan, what an addition he is to this Australian outfit now for this one-day game. Specialist. Won't get too many better players at that number in world cricket.
So the Australians having a little bit of trouble actually keeping their opposition down in terms of runs. The last 3 matches, the opposition have been right up there at the 300 mark.
The problem they have is that they're 4 specialist bowlers, and if one of the specialist bowlers goes for runs, then they could be in trouble.
Good batting though, this really has been. They've gone at it fast at the beginning. They were unfortunate, they lost 10 in a run out. And then perhaps overcooked it a little bit, just a little bit berserk. VVS Laxman, he'd have been there a little longer, they've got 350.
आंबेडकरला फॉलो करायचं आंबेडकरला फॉलो करायचं
Simpson Roberts played beautifully, so's Daya. And that one beats mid on. So that brings up the 300. Oh, it's in the air, it's been pulled away over mid-wicket, bouncing down towards the boundary there. Glenn McGrath couldn't believe it. He's got a lovely hard ball in his hand, and what did he do? He whips in a bouncer, but it was effectively played away.
Yes, just testing the surface with this new ball. Not quite getting hold of it on that occasion, Ajit Agarkar, but he's going to try and play some big shots here.
Well pitched up and hit in the air on the offside. This will be out. No, it won't. Nicely picked up in the half volley. In comes the throw from Bevan. This could be close. McGrath doesn't gather cleanly. Dyer was back home anyhow. McGrath took a bit of time. He really should have been behind the stumps there. It was very well fielded by Bevan again.
Yes, he adjusted well there because he was first going for the catch, then realized that the ball was not going to carry to him, so he made sure that his body was behind it, stopped it cleanly, prevented it from going to the boundary, and good effort by Dyer.
That's up in the air as well. They're going in the air all over the place. Well, let's be caught. He's dropped him. He's dropped him. Well, you don't stop and see the Aussies drop it. He was up there long enough for him to take the catch. This was the one before, in the air down to Bevan. He picked it up very well there, swiveled around, whipped it in, and then the next ball up in the air, way down the ground to mid-on, and out and around came Hayden there. He gets to it all right, but drops it.
Ajit Agarkar testing the fielders in the outfield at the moment. What he wants is one hitting the centre of the bat. The ball going a long way.
That was in the middle of the bat all the way along the ground, straight to Stephen Waugh, though. Well, he's hit a few right off the meat of the bat. 13 or 13 he's got. Yes, I'm afraid the Indians have taken to that one, haven't they? That one is almost lost the seam, as soft as anything. Yes, it's no wonder they changed it. Here we are, still not able to get the ball to stay wide. Slow delivery. There's no way he could adjust. Yes, we can put a man on the moon. In fact, we can return those those huge spacecraft back into Earth, but we can't keep a cricket ball white. It's amazing.
That's the problem the batsman has then. He can't sight it cleanly. It's not good for the bowlers either.
Back to McGrath. He's caught him. Caught and bowled McGrath. Well, I suppose that'll soften the blow for him a little bit, because he's come in for some punishment today. A slower ball, and Ajit Agarkar adjusted his shot, but just knocked back a little lollipop to McGrath.
Yes, a tentative push in the end, a soft dismissal, just checking his shot. McGrath happy with that one.
That one's down to third man for 4, another 4. Beautifully played by Dyer. Well, the new batsman is Harbhajan. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Zahir Khan, a big hitter of the ball, not sent out with only 2 overs to go, but this is a good shot.
Yes, and I think Mark Waugh is surprised here as to how quickly the ball goes away past him.
That's his half-century. That's well played. That's a very useful little knock, a little gem of an innings. Dyer has got his half-century, 38 balls, 6 fours and a 6.
Yes, he's a good team player, this man, Vijay Daya. Excellent innings from him. Picked his spots nicely, always looking to rotate the strike. He's run hard between the wickets. It's been a busy innings. 6 boundaries and a 6, and coming off just 38 balls.
Yes, and that's India's highest score against the Australians as well in one-day internationals. Straight up in there. Oh, this is going to take some catching. Who's underneath it? In she comes. Yes, he's taken it nicely. Ponting comes in there. He's as safe as a house. Came right off the boundary. That went a long way in the air. So Harbhajan Singh, also a team man, throwing caution to the wind, hitting the first ball he faced straight up in the air. That's the end of him.
Yes, Steve Waugh very wisely taking Shane Warne out from long on and putting Ricky Ponting in there, anticipating the ball to go in that direction pretty frequently. And Ponting, one of the safest fielders in the business.
Way towards mid-wicket again. They're coming back for the second. In comes the throw. This will be close. Oh, I think he's got him. I think he's got him. A lot depends on how the dive went.
Yes, I think Vijay Daya might find himself in trouble here. It's a desperate effort to get back into the crease. Now the question to be asked here, when he was diving, was his bat in the air? But the throw is a good one from the deep. Gilchrist very quick to take the bails off and just short of his ground. So the Indian innings is I think he's just short of his ground. You'll soon see the red light being flashed. India have lost their 9th wicket here. Bails clearly in the air.
Yes, the question is, are the bails completely off the stumps, which is what the wording says. So at that stage he's slightly short. And the red light has gone on. So that's the end of Dyer. A gem of an innings he's played here. The sweat is pouring off him. But boy, this will go down as one of his best. Superbly played. Dyer out for 50 or 38 balls. He'll be cheered off the ground. It's 312 for 9. Slower ball. It's in the air. This will be caught out too. Yes, the Aussies don't drop those. Damien Martin that time calling for it, making his ground. And, well, they failed by 2 balls to use up all the overs. However, I suspect that the Indians will be relatively satisfied with that. 315 they've made. There's the catch again. Martin doing well.
Yes, again, not quite middling it. Getting more height than really length, Zaid Khan, and no mistake there by Damien Martin. So the Indian innings coming to an end. 315 all out. That's after they won the toss and decided to bat first.
First ball, the Australian innings.
Well, 2 slips in position because Ganguly knows he's got to get some early wickets. I think it's going to be tough defending this total, whatever happens. But if you don't get some early wickets, then it could be trouble. Bit of a gamble for India playing Harbhajan in the one-day series. Could go one of 2 ways. Could continue on with his success from the Test series.
It'll be
a wide, but the ball did swing. The other thing that could happen to Harbhajan is on these sort of pitches that he could get pounded around a little bit and hit out of the park. And I'm not sure whether that's necessarily a good idea, but it's a gamble selectors are prepared to take. Nicely into the gap, and Matthew Hayden starts off well.
Travels so quickly off the bat. And yes, whether Australians will be able to chase that big target is uncertain, but plenty of entertainment assured for the day. And mostly from the willow. Matthew Hayden gets off the mark.
The Australians will be able to pick up those singles in the early overs because the field is set so deep. Because the pitch is good and the outfield is fast, Ganguly has most of his infielders right back on the 30-metre circle. So there's plenty of opportunities for singles if you're prepared to just drop the ball and run. But once you stroke it, it gets to the fielders so quickly there's no chance of a single. There'll be overthrows here and lots of them.
Just went through the hands of Ajit Agarkar, that one. He had it all covered. Hemang Badani, the thrower at point. There was a single. Hemang Badani took a while to get the ball out of his hand there. Taking a bit of time there. Mark over safely in the crease, but a bit too hard, and the bounce wasn't too great for Ajit Agarkar. So a few gifts for the Australians starting up early.
Long chase at fine leg for Srinath. Not sure why Agarkar was so close in backing up. The point in backing up is to make sure that there are no overthrows and give the fieldsman the chance to throw at the stumps. Not much point in backing up almost on top of the stumps. Agarkar was charging in, and have a look, he's only just a few metres away from the stumps. Not sure why he's not back about 15-20 metres from the stumps. That way you also, if there is a bit of a ricochet, you've got a chance to stop it. Being so close, the ball got on Agarkar very quickly and got away from him.
The third seamer in the side. So many times you've seen Australian batsmen playing the drive, getting the inside edge, The ball rolling onto the stumps. Ganguly just worried about the first 15 overs. He's making sure that the Australians don't get a flyer in the first 15 overs. With the field restriction, that's the obvious time for the Australians to push the pedal. And they're looking to attack attack Mark Waugh. And for Matthew Hayden, they have fielders on the circle, most of them. Srinath round the wicket.
Falls short of mid-off. Well, this is not the only one-day international going on at the moment. Just across the ocean in Colombo at the Premadasa Stadium, Sri Lanka playing England in the second one-day international. And Sri Lanka made 226 for 6 off 50, with Jayawardene 101 not out. Sri Lanka won the first one-day international. Oh, and he's gone. Mark Waugh giving himself some room and attempting to cut. Might have got an underneath edge, but all that matters is the leg stump is flat on the ground.
Just the start India wanted. He was probably fooled by the leg. He expected the leg to be shorter. In the end, it was not as short as he wanted, making room for himself. Had the length been shorter, the bounce would have carried the ball safely off the stumps. That wasn't the case. Mark Waugh gone for 5 and the first wicket for India. 16 for 1 Australia.
Looking for the Yorker on that occasion. Poor fielding there from the captain, setting a bad example. Srinath bowling a good line just outside off stump there to Ponting.
Getting some good support from the other end, Srinath.
Australia, I remember chasing a huge total in Chennai against New Zealand, 289 obviously 4. That was in a quarter-final of the World Cup. That's 4. No chance at all for point. The ball bounced above head height.
First boundary of the Australian innings coming in the 5th over, and this really flew. It's a hard outfield, and you can see the bounce that was generated after the ball hit the ground. 316 for 4, the highest total that the Australians have got while chasing. It was against Pakistan.
Well, they'll get a second now after the fieldsman dives and misses it. Now they'll get a third. No. Sehwag leaving the field, he slipped in trying to field that last delivery, and he's jammed his thumb in the ground, made the dive. That was the first error. Now this is where he injures himself. He tries to stop, slips and jams his right thumb in the ground.
The other recognised spinner in the Indian team bowls a bit of off spin, Virendra Sehwag. Had a good day in the field with the bat. A lot of Indian fielders or Indian men slipping on this ground.
Great shot. Bounced once and over the rope. Look out, ball boys.
The perfect angle if you're looking to play the sweep, the pull shot, beg your pardon, just from outside the off stump. Just swiveled into a good position. Matthew Hayden saw the length was short, just launched into it. And very steady and gave it everything, Matthew Hayden. Great shot.
Straight down, a beautiful shot from Matty Hayden. Boy, is he in good form. Right off the middle of the bat again. So much depends on him now. This is a big score they're chasing, 315. But some more shots like this and Australia will be in the game. This is a beautiful batting wicket. It's a very solid straight hit down the ground. He's big and he's strong and he's timing the ball beautifully.
Went round the wicket, not to give him any room on the offside. The angle was there for the shot and magnificently executed.
Well, there he goes for the pull shot, and it's beaten the square leg fields when he should have gone to his right there. Oh, and there's a slight mix-up there. Harbhajan taking a long time to get moving down there. He's not exactly the greatest athlete in town. He really did run on the spot for a little while. He eventually got to it and let rip as soon as he got the ball in his hand, and there was just a thought of another run. It's actually referring there to Simons and Hayden, two Queenslanders. Lehman in the foreground, Harvey in the background there. That's the guy they call Buff Lehman.
Got the Australian mascot in his hand.
In the air and caught him it on. Beautifully taken. Drive here, Khan has got himself a wicket. Drive it, the catcher. He doesn't drop many, does he? If they go to drive it, it's almost certain that they'll be caught. So the first time he's really opened up his shoulders, Ricky Ponting has gone.
Ricky Ponting's poor form continues, trying to go over the top, doesn't get the elevation required in the end. A magnificent catch by Rahul Dravid.
Michael Bevan is the new batsman. Zahir lets him have one first ball, whizzes through to the keeper. He's a left-hander, and boy, has he got a record. He's out there because Ponting has hit one to Dravid. This is a good catch by Dravid.
Important thing about this catch was the timing of the leap. Magnificent. And he is delighted, and he should be. So was Zahir Khan, his first wicket.
Yes, Australia didn't need that. So Michael Bevan out there at the moment. Oh, and he has a pull at that one. It's going down towards the boundary for 4. It's pretty well hit. Will it make it to the fence? No, he's managed to get a foot in there. Javagal picks it up. He lets rip. Yes, they'll want to get rid of Bevan. There's no doubt about that. He's got an incredible record in one-day international cricket. He's been one of the most effective batsmen in this form of the game in the world of one-day cricket.
Well, the Indians trying to get at him early. Was in no position to play that shot, but does it quite effectively in the end. Bit of footwork from Srinath, who restricts the run scoring to 2.
One of the fastest around. Oh dear, this could cost India this match if they keep missing them in the outfield.
Come on, lad.
Harbhajan Singh running over the top of that one, and it's not going to help if the captain gives him a big blast. He's tense enough. Yes, one of the problems is that there have been occasions, yes, that was a pretty poor effort, there's no doubt about that, and I think Harbhajan probably knows it. He's going to have to do some work on his fielding, there's no doubt. Oh, well played. That's a beautiful shot through the offside. No sweeper back there, and into the boundary for 4. Let's just have another look at this this shot. Effortlessly played.
Srinath doesn't get the angle right, bowling from around the stumps. But excellent shot. Just walks into it, Michael Bevan. His timing was good. The placement, even better.
And into the gap and 4. Not quite off the middle of the bat. A little bit of edge in that one, hence the proximity of the shot to the fieldsman at mid-wicket. However, it was well enough hit to go for 4.
Aiden now every now and again plays the big shot, make sure that lose the momentum. Timing wasn't good, but the placement was all right. And this is a very quick outfield.
interesting shot. No ball called. I don't believe that he picked it up quickly enough to change the shot.
Srinath going wide of the crease on that occasion, so every chance that the batsman won't be given out like before. It's too wide an angle, so it's a safe shot to play. Marginal call that, but the line belongs to the umpire.
Boy, they're running singles everywhere. So the required run rate still around about that 6.3 mark. That's how they started. That's how they've kept it. Robin Singh is out there on the ground at the moment.
He's on there for Virendra Sehwag, who injured his thumb while fielding at square leg.
He's a good competitor, Robin Singh, as well. We'll see him at some stage involved here. That's nicely flicked away as well. Back for the second. Comfortably run. Throw a little wide. Beautifully played. Lovely timing. Just a little bit too short, that one. And once again, he plays it in such a way that it just reaches the fence. Tantalising for the fieldsman. But again, finding the gap, and that's what's important.
As a fielder, you're better off the ball's being hit very hard because then it raises to the fence, but not so on the previous occasion. Robin Singh had to give it a long chase. In the end, no success for him. The ball raises into the fence.
Ajit Agarkar, as I said, is quite deceptive in terms of his speed. He looks like a medium pacer, but can get it up there. At times you can see there that last one, the same pace as Glenn McGrath. Watch him bowl, you wouldn't suspect that to be the case. Yes, he's only a slip of a man, apparently 59 kilos. That equates to 9 stone 5. And he's about the height of Sachin Tendulkar. But he's quite a wiry character. There's no doubt about that. They've got a beautiful arm in the field. Lovely throw. On target, nicely struck. This will be close if he hits. Oh, that would have been out if he'd hit. Matthew Hayden called and he had to keep going. That's what can make the difference in these matches.
Was struck very hard by Matthew Hayden. It was a good pick-up and throw by Zahir Khan. Just off target. Directed, would have had him.
Yes, it wasn't far away, but a direct hit was definitely what was required.
Whoops. There he goes. We've seen that with batsmen, we've seen that with fielders. And now a bowler marking his run up, also slipping. And that's pulled away. That'll reach the boundary. In fact, just cut off. There's no deep mid-wicket. And David Michael Bevan, as a left-hander, can be extremely dangerous. He'll push Matthew Hayden here, especially when it comes to running between the wickets.
Yes, and Bevan has that ability to run quickly between wickets, but also has an understanding of what pace his teammate at the other end is. And that's the most important thing for a man who runs so quickly, that he doesn't expect the other man to run at the same pace. And this is where Bevan is brilliant too.
Yes, and most of the time he hardly breaks into a sweat. Matt Hayden, he played the sweep shot frequently against Harbhajan in the Test series. And attempting one here straight away. Harbhajan Singh bowling over the wicket, so there's every chance the ball might just pitch outside leg stump.
Nearly impossible for the off-spinner, if he's bowling an off-spinner, to get a left-hander out LBW bowling over the wicket. And Matthew Hayden will sweep forever and a day if he continues to stay over the wicket.
That's firmly struck. It'll beat mid-on and find the boundary. Again, very quick to jump out and meet the ball on the full.
I spoke to Matthew Hayden last night about his footwork against the off-spinners, and he said that he leaves the crease to try and get the ball on the full. He said if that's his mental approach, then at the very worst it'll be a half volley. So that's how he's approaching leaving the crease, and how he approached it during the Test series when he was Australia's best player, not just through sheer number of runs, but technique as well against the off-spin.
And again down the track this time, just played away for the single. Go for the single, the 50-run partnership coming up here between these two. So another 50 here for Matt Hayden. His magnificent run in India continues.
I think the Indians have had enough of Matthew Hayden. 50 off just 46 balls, 4 boundaries. And the man who needed a campaign to keep him in this country. He was scheduled to go home as not part of the one-day squad. But he is here, and he's proved the selectors spot on. Down the wicket he goes. Oh, and he nearly catches it. Well, he hasn't had a great day in the field, but that nearly changed everything. It wasn't hit back at him that hard. He did well to get one hand on it. It bounced up in the air. He tried to recover, but just couldn't quite make it.
Well, it was certainly very catchable. He beat Matthew Hayden in the flight. Desperate attempt the second time, just couldn't get there.
Yes, that one beating mid-wicket for another single. Yes, frustrating business for Harbhajan. You can see that look on his face. Here we go. He gets it back to him. It's really not come back that hard, and got fingers on it. Then he watches it, and boy, oh, it's a dreadful feeling. Just out of his reach. And so Hayden survives. Well, it's an interesting stage now, this match. Ajit Agarkar into his 5th over now. No wicket for 26. He's conceding 5 and over. Harbhajan exactly the same, conceding 5 and over. Most of the Australians went for about 6. With the exception of Warne, he was 5.5 thereabout. The most economical of the Aussie bowlers. That's in the air, and it's going to land safely. And what's more, it may just bounce away to the boundary. It has. Well, that'll relieve the pressure just a little. They needed a boundary. Things just on to slip a little bit.
This pitch is so true that the batsmen know as long as they hit through the ball, produce a decent follow through, there's a fair chance that the ball will clear the infield. Then the outfield is like flint.
Oh, he smashed that one through mid-wicket for 4. What a good shot. Blasting it there. He really is a powerhouse.
But once again, this shows the trueness of the pitch. Players quite happy to just hit through the ball. On this occasion, even hitting across the line a little bit. That boundary takes Matthew Hayden to his highest one-day international score. So he's achieving a lot of firsts on this tour. We're starting to see Matt the Bat at international level. That's what he used to be called when playing for Queensland.
That one's nicely struck down the ground as well, but it'll be cut off. It's well fielded. Driver doing a fantastic job down there. He's already taken one good catch, and that was a good effort. This one bounced high. He jumped up and got it in quickly.
Well, the Indian fielding is going to be really put to the test tonight. This is going to be, you get the feeling it's going to be a hectic chase at the end. That's where the fielding could make the difference.
Well, there's a few insects around, I can tell you that, because the birds have been very active around here. They've been what looked like, well, they look like small hawks, I think, grabbing hold of all the little insects that have been rushing around the lights. And the lights come on here, and of course it's a bit of a shock to the system of some of these insects in the place. They all gather, and one of them's obviously flown straight into Ajita Gurkha's ear. Yes, well, there we are. Is it on his cheek? And he rubs it, and it goes straight into his ear. Looked like a biggie as well.
This has been a very good over for Australia. Matthew Hayden deciding that he's been there the longer of the two batsmen, and it's time that he put his foot on the accelerator pedal. Michael Bevan, I'm sure his aim will be to just bat through to the end. It was a period when he was called the Terminator, when he was batting at number 6 for Australia, because he was able to finish so many run chases just inside the target.
I'll have a look at that comparison down at the bottom there. Australia only 2 wickets down. Oh, just short, just short. Ganguly trying to come forward and make the catch there. The crowd giving him a hard time. Yes, it ended up being just short of him.
There's no doubt that's where Harbhajan is trying to get him out, trying to beat him into flight so that he's just short of the ball. He likes to flick it away on the onside there. He's already been dropped once by the bowler. On that occasion, it didn't quite carry to Ganguly.
India have to break this. They've got to do it very shortly. Plenty of batting in this Aussie lineup. Always hit that one hard and into the gap as well. 4 runs. We've seen him play that sweep shot very effectively. And there was another example of a solid sweep.
Yes, we haven't seen too many sweeps tonight from Matthew Hayden. He was doing it once or twice and over in the Test series. I guess because this pitch is so true, he's able to drive more often.
That's right off the middle of the bat as well, leaning back at the man at mid-off. In comes the throw, back for the second. Good running.
Michael Bevan just strolled that second run. Zahir did a good job getting in quickly off the rope. But you just can't beat Michael Bevan.
Well, he's starting to think about putting that sweep into action a bit more now. He's got a gap down at square leg. If he can get it away square the way he did the last one, he'll get 4 again. Down the wicket, and well, just got a hand on that one. Just missed the stumps down the far end, hit it into the ground. Already had a problem with one of his hands. I think it was probably his right hand. Got his thumb. Hit that one really hard, and this is the left hand, the left finger coming across. Oh, and another mix-up. Oh, he's got that into the gap, and that'll be 4. So that brings up Bevan's half-century. Well, that one really did hold up down there. That looked as if it was going to the boundary for sure. Let's have a look and see what happens here. It must be a fair bit of moisture. Yes, I think just down this area here it really does stop. And that certainly hasn't happened. That might make a difference this evening as well. So Bevan hasn't got his half century. He's on 49. Fielded.
Once again, it was short, giving Bevan the opportunity to hammer it through the onside. Ganguly got a lucky break. Bevan thought it was going to the boundary, and was quite entitled to think that way after what has happened throughout the day. Now he realises that he's got to sprint the second.
Oh, and he's hit it straight to mid-wicket. The catch is taken. Well, that's a big wicket for the Indians. Ganguly has bowled a short delivery. He's gone to pull it and hit it straight to mid-wicket.
Bevan saying to himself, why didn't you go right over the top? So Ganguly has got away with bowling short and got the big wicket of Michael Bevan. Bevan hammering that one, but picking out the fields on at mid-wicket.
And down he goes, and that's 6. Well, what a shot. Down the pitch against whatever slight turn there is, and it's just heaved it over Wideman on that very low trajectory.
Good use of the field, getting to the pitch of the ball to negate any deviation of the pitch.
Easy single for War.
Gets to the pitch, make sure there's no deviation of it, generates a great amount of power.
Brilliant shot. That will go all the way to the fence. That has slapped it past the man at cover, and it's gone to the fence. So he's gone to 99.
The previous delivery, Matthew Hayden tried to sweep from the off stump, but Virendra Sehwag this time to make sure that he goes further away from the off stump. It's provided him with enough width.
I'm sure it's pretty nice to get to 99 with a boundary, because it makes the next scoring shot pretty simple, particularly in this form of the game. What an innings, just 87 balls, and this shot will be the one before he gets his 100.
But remember, Kolkata, 97, he was out caught in the deep on the onside. This time round, he'll look to be a little more cautious.
There's a huge gap on the leg side, and he's missed a full toss. Well, he can't believe it, Matthew Hayden. So aggressive the ball before to the wrong ball. Then he just tried to steer the leg side full toss for his single. Any other stage of the innings, he would have hit it for 4. A big shout, close, and he's got it! So round the wicket, the off-spinner, the ball seemed to keep a little low. Matthew Hayden trapped in front. He will rue the fact that he missed the full toss on leg stump the previous delivery. And on the verge of his first ever one-day international 100, he's out LBW. But what an innings.
A very interesting replay this. Virendra Sehwag chasing success once again. Oh, very close.
Australia just losing a couple of overs ago. Matthew Hayden for 99 LBW. Australia needs 138. And down for the single. A lot of yelling and screaming out there. Indians need to field really well in the next 20 overs.
Well, he knew at the crease these two, they should try and deny them the singles.
I think you're right, Laxman. Too much concession is given to new batsmen at the crease in one-day cricket on many occasions. Australia's 4 wickets down. There's a man that's been there for 8 balls and a man that's been there for 3 balls. And yet every time they hit the ball, there's an easy single. Bring them up and let them try and force over. Australia's still a long way from victory. Chasing 316. That's what you want players like Martin to be doing, coming down and being restricted in their scoring. So the innings going along pretty much in parallel, both sides. Both having lost 4 wickets and around about the same score at this stage.
Virendra Sehwag has just got one man saving single on the onside. Going neck-neck, could be a close finish. But for that, these two have to carry on.
And did he hit it? Yes, he did. It was a slip in place. He tried to glide it past the right hand of the first slip. And just a little edge from Damien Martin. And the lack of cricket telling on Damien Martin. Instead of playing nice and straight, which he does so well, he just tried to get a little cute. And an edge. So another wicket in consecutive overs.
Good piece of bowling, staying very close to Damien Martin, not giving him enough weight. It's not the best of shots to play. Good catch by Vijay Daya in the end.
Steve Waugh on strike. And he's got a little bit of bat on that one. It's a long chase. May go all the way to the fence before it does. So a nice little shot from the Australian captain. He moves along to 11.
Bit of dew on the surface. Ball is getting a little damp. Spinner's not able to grip it enough, but this was the wicket of Damien Martin. Opening the face of the bat, there was a slip there. Not the best of shots to play.
In the air, but man is there and he can't get it. It may in fact go to the fence. It does. So that obscure field placing for mid-on and long off has allowed Gilchrist to hit a boundary.
The mid-on was far too wide in location, so Gilchrist was much safer playing the shot straight down the wicket. He does that to good effect.
Again, he plays that shot extremely well. Now this is the problem he had in the Test series. He tried the shot very early in his innings. Now he's got to look in, and he then can make it count.
Well, that's the problem with sticking the three men out on the boundary. You're no guarantee to shut Gilchrist down because he's such a clean hitter.
He's found the gap. Mentioned a little while earlier, that's his strength, the cut and the pull. So he's just pitching it slightly short, and Gilchrist onto it in a flash.
Such a sweet timer of the ball. Doesn't have to hit it far away from the fielders, and it's gone for 4. Once again, the players showing plenty of confidence in the bounce in this pitch.
The finger goes up. That looked a good shout. Steve Waugh was sweeping. What is interesting to see here is the point of impact. He's not happy. Australia have lost an important wicket here. Sehwag has picked up his third.
Well, that delivery from Sehwag, a quicker one, was turning a little bit. It was going to be touch and go, leg stump at best.
Ian Harvey is the new man out there for Australia. He replaces the Australian captain, Steve Waugh. And Steve Waugh was out in this fashion.
Attempting to play that lofted sweep shot that he enjoys so much. Well, looked like there might have been an underneath edge there.
Yes, I think the point of impact is in line, but it's hit the bottom edge. There was a deflection. That's why probably Steve Waugh was annoyed with the decision. Now take a close look here. See the ball passing the bat. Yes, there's a definite deflection. Sehwag continuing. That's well bowled. Missed stumping. That was a good piece of bowling. He saw Gilchrist giving the charge early, bowled it wide. It was a little shorter too.
Actually got it to turn a bit. The problem here for Dahir, he knew it was so wide. He knew he had to get back there quickly. He was really rushing. Get the ball and then get back there. And I think he was actually trying to get back to the stumps before he had the ball. It did turn quite a bit as well. He knew he didn't have long to cover a lot of distance.
Esfield, they'll go back for the second. The pressure being put on Srinath.
Not sure why Srinath was panicking here, because they were only ever going to get one, and they were going to get one quite comfortably. Never going to get a second. So really he should have been, all he had to do was make sure he fielded it. That was the end of the problem. But he really charged it, made it difficult for himself. These two are both very, very clean hitters. Both can clear the rope comfortably. Both can hit a lot of fours. So that gap of 17 between balls and runs required, they can narrow that very quickly.
Bolden! That's the delivery he was looking for. The in-swinging Yorker to the left-hander. Gilchrist has missed it. And Zahir Khan has hit the middle stump. That is a big, big wicket.
Yes, that changes the equation. That's his tremendous ability with the old ball, Zahir Khan, to get that swinging Yorker going. That occasion it was a full toss. Gilchrist may have just got a little touch on it, but it doesn't matter. 230 for 7.
Loose delivery, and that has been put away to the boundary by Ian Harvey.
Well, Ian Harvey didn't worry about looking at the umpire to see what height that was. He just dismissed it. It was probably above waist height. He clobbered it.
Oh, he's nailed him. He's nailed him. He's down. Shane's down. And he's taking a bit of time getting up too. He didn't pick that one at all. It's Harvey. You could hear the yelp as the ball came at waist high, I'd say, to him. Let's see if we can pick this up.
You get one in the crowd, they say it's very painful, straight in the abdomen as well. Can be very painful, just missing the sorest point there. Oh, it was bang on. He got up pretty quickly, Ian Harvey. Gave the bowler the charge, and the bowler was looking for the Yorker. A bit of an edge probably helping Harvey.
That's down the ground in the air, bouncing away down to long on. Will they come back for the second? They've got to put pressure on the fieldsmen. They've got to take twos wherever they possibly can.
It's straight through the line by Harvey. Didn't get the middle of the bat, so travel quite comfortably to Sehwag at long on. But the Indians now looking a lot more relaxed. They know that the match is firmly in their grasp now. They should be careful not to relax too much. Shane Warne on strike.
Good shot. Whips it through the onside field. Will this go to the boundary? It should. Right, a few more like that, and it just could be Shane Warne's night with the bat. He's got 6 off 6. Harvey 15 off 17. And the run rate now just dips below 7, just below 8 to 7.68.
We can see here Agarkar anxious to get that 8th wicket for India. Trying to get those Yorkers in, take on the full, and a big gap there on the mid-wicket boundary. Whipped away that vacant area. No chance for that fielder at square leg.
Oh, he's hit that one in the air, but it's going to beat the fieldsman, and it will get to the boundary. The 4s are coming. Perhaps this match is not over yet. Perhaps these two Victorians can steer Australia to what will be a turn up for the books if they win. They're behind the 8 ball here, but these shots all add up.
You can never relax as a fielding side in such excellent batting conditions. The pitch is good, the outfield is quick, So the match is never over for the bowling side until the last ball is bowled. Harvey and Vaughan together. It's getting the Indians to think about.
A little bit of bat there. No, says Vaughan. It's just Fleming and McGrath to come, so not much in terms of backup for these two. They're going to pretty well have to do it themselves. That's in the air. This will be caught. Oh, will it? It's in the air. Yes, he's got him. Ganguly has taken the catch. Well, the legs are falling off Australia now. That's the end of Harvey. Caught by Ganguly off the bowling of Agaka. He made 17 and the celebrations are beginning.
Ajit Agarkar, the bowler, pitching it right up. The slow ball got Harvey to play an attacking shot. He was looking to play straight down the pitch, the lofted shot, but miscued it completely.
He's bowled him, clean bowled him. Stumps all over the place. Vaughan trying to smash it away to mid-wicket. It's hit the top of the stumps and the bails have gone flying in all directions. Well, we're getting down to the last rights here now. Shane Warne has been out-bowled. Glenn McGrath is the next man in, and he's number 11.
Second wicket for Srinath, and in identical fashion bowled. Mark Waugh was his first wicket. The batsman was trying to make room for himself to play on the offside. This time Shane Warne making room to play on the leg side, but both times Srinath the winner, hitting the timber.
Right, well, Glenn McGrath is out there, and Javagal Srinath has just struck, and in so doing has gone past Kapil Dev in terms of wickets taken for India. He's now number 2. There's the delivery. It knocked back the leg stump, and he now is number 2 to Anil Kumble. 254 wickets, and that's the end of Shane Warne. He was trying to hit that one over the stand, I think, but a little glance back to the stumps told him that it hadn't worked out that way.
A bit too quick for Shane Warne. Srinath making a comeback to one-day cricket and achieving a landmark.
Oh, and he's decided to give Glenn McGrath a bit of his own.
No ball signalled by the square leg umpire, Virendra Sharma.
Yes, Glenn McGrath looking down towards square leg there as if he's getting ready for the next one. He's going to hook this one into the crowd. Pigs might fly as well. You're well bowled right in the block hole, and he's given him out on the move. The umpire's on the move. He's given him out LBW, and Glenn McGrath gives him a huge blast as he goes past him. Well, that's interesting. The Indians all gathering around now in the centre. How did you see that one, Sanjay?
Well, this is something very unusual for me. The Indians huddled together. It's something I've seen the Australians do, but it's time for the Indians to do that act. But here, I think my immediate reaction was that the ball was missing leg stump, and it was bowled from wide of the crease. Batsman beaten for pace, good Yorker, but that would have carried down the leg side if you ask me. But the umpire thought otherwise. He was trying to take a position for the run out, but just raised his finger in time to give that bad news for Glenn McGrath. So 255 all out. Australia chasing a score of 315. That looked like it would have missed leg stump, but Indians definitely the winners today, and by far. They've continued their winning spree against one of the best sides in the world, and that's great news for Indian cricket. Srinath picking up the last wicket.
Australia chasing 316 for victory, fell 60 short. Matthew Hayden, he fell 1 short. 2 scores of 90 on the tour, and 97 in the test match, and LBW for 99. He doesn't count his score. He had no idea what he was. Maybe just now he'll go back to looking at the scoreboard when he gets to around about 85 or 90. Mark Waugh and Ricky Ponting both failing. Michael Bevan played quite well for his 49 off just 56 balls. And then there's a bit of a swing down the bottom with Gilchrist getting 27 back into some sort of form. Harvey 17, Warne 13, but Australia really never in the hunt. All out for 255 in just 43 and a half overs. For India, Srinath back into the side, 3 for 49 on a very good batting pitch. Excellent bowling figures. 2 to Zahir Khan and 3 to Sehwag. He became a very good player, a half century and 3 wickets. What a performance for him. And Saurav Ganguly took 1 wicket as well. So Australia falling 60 runs short. Let's go to the presentation now with Ravi Shastri.
I'd first like to ask Steve Waugh to come up, please. Well, Steve, you'll be disappointed at the performance on a good batting pitch.
Oh yeah, we were in a position to win the game and just didn't quite go away. We good batting early, but later on we didn't do it under pressure.
Over 300 runs, always difficult to get.
Well, we thought we were a fair chance. I mean, the wicket was excellent. As you just said, it was a gettable total, but we just fell away towards the end.
Turning point, the dismissal of Bevan and Hayden within 21 runs of each other.
Yeah, there's probably one or two others after that as well, but you know, there's no use worrying about it now. We'll just have to concentrate in the second game.
Happy with the way your bowlers went about their task because it was trying conditions?
Not particularly. 315 runs is a lot of runs. We'd like to sort of get around 260, 270, I think. So we weren't quite on the ball today. I thought our fielding was good, but batting and bowling wasn't quite up to scratch.
4 matches to go. The areas you think you'll have to tighten up?
Oh, there's a few areas, but you know, obviously we'd like to score a few more runs and restrict India to 270, 260, 270.
Bad luck today, Steve, and good luck for the rest of the series.
Thank you.
Steve Waugh, captain of the Australian team. I'd now like to ask Sourav Ganguly to come up, please. Well, Sourav, tremendous start to the one-day series. Good, solid batting performance there.
Yeah, it was a big total on the board, but I was a little scared. The wicket was flat and there's a lot of dew on the outfield, so it was a gettable one. We picked wickets at the regular intervals, and that's the reason we won.
Good partnership there between Dravid and Sehwag, because you'd lost 4 wickets. They still kept the tempo going.
And I think that's the reason we won. You know, it's happened in the past that when we lost wickets, the run rate had fallen. But we spoke in the team meeting, doesn't matter whether we lose wickets, but we have got to keep the tempo, because that's where we lose the game. And they both batted superbly.
Well, you had to put your thinking cap on when Hayden and Michael Bevan were going. You decided to bowl yourself. What prompted that change?
I thought I might do something now. It's been long, I haven't done anything. So I picked up a wicket which I thought was the turning point.
Now, when you were bowling, we saw you rubbing the ball with a towel. Was the dew affecting you at any stage?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of dew on the ground, and that's the reason the ball was slipping out, but I thought we should have fielded much more better. But obviously we have to improve it in the next game.
Young Virendra Sehwag, good performance?
He looks very good. He looks a positive player, and I hope he plays long for India.
Good luck for the rest of the series, Sourav, and well done today.
Thanks, Ravi.
Sourav Ganguly, the captain of the Indian team. And now the man of the match award, as usual, the adjudicator. He took a while to come down from upstairs, Cammy Smith. Cammy, your choice and the reasons for it.
Yes, I struggled to get down here, but I'm here now. This is a very good wicket, and a lot of runs were scored, 570. I think the crowd would be happy to see so many runs being scored. For Australia, of course, Hayden becomes now a familiar name. He played exceptionally well for his 99. And for India, Dravid back in the runs again. And then 250s from the youngsters. But then Sehwag with his 3 wickets as well. And 58, I think he's man of the match.
Yes, Virendra Sehwag, man of the match here today. He will collect the Pepsi trophy from the Honourable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. S.